Ladies and gentlemen, you might have been waiting a really long time for this event to get back to you. We are finally here. It's the ReGen Invitational 3, and this is the opening matchup of the event here in the Challenger bracket. Joining me tonight is my good dear friend, longtime ReGen veteran, RePsychic in the house. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's RePsychic from ReGen. I'm doing great tonight. Arrow. Ooh, that was hurtful. No, I'm doing good tonight, Murda. Look, I don't even need to turn a light on. It's so bright out. Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully everyone is being safe at home, practicing your social distancing, and hopefully this event is a nice little taste of the NGS season before it gets started, a preseason event here. We are in partnership with the Nexus Gaming Series, and I really want to mention our other partner. A huge important aspect of this event is we're working with military and veteran gamers, nonprofit charity. We did just pick up a $100 donation from KS. Thank you so much for that. You can see the totals. They're on this side, on the bottom somewhere. I can't really point to it. They're all the way down there. I think it says 29% already, so incredible. We just got started. In fact, we're not even started yet, Rec.
No, we're not, and it's only going to go higher.
Only going to go higher. I hope so. So tonight our matchup is going to be the number 5 seed CPogX Fanclub up against number 12 Goodbye Forever. This is the Challenger bracket, which of course is our upper end of teams. So we have teams from Division S, Nexus Gaming Series, Heroic Division, Himibo with a subscription. Thank you so much for that. And then also from the NGS Division A. And then later on throughout the event, you're going to see matches from the Invitational bracket. That is teams from NGS Division B, C, and D. If you're curious about the brackets, !bracket in chat, and you can follow along with all the action going on. Rec, I think we're ready for this game number 1. Captains are ready to go. I'm going to let them know I'm ready as well.
Excellent.
I'm stoked.
I am too. Let's get this underway. Oh, it's been a while since the ReGen Invitational. Probably
after season 5, I think.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I actually participated in number 2. So.
And here we go. Look, Rec, you're a little figurine on this. I love it.
A little figurine. All right, I'll check it out in like 30 seconds.
Welcome to draft. This was chosen by Goodbye Forever. CPogX Fanclub actually won the coin toss, opted for first hero pick here on this first map, and their first ban is going to be Daddy Deathwing.
Oh, Daddy Deathwing. He's been such a terror, and you know who else has? So is Zool, especially in quick match.
I think Zool's a bit scarier, though, no?
I would actually say yes. You know, he has a little bit more siege potential than Deathwing does, not to suggest that he doesn't, but on top of that, he's just an absolute menace. You know, he's got that double soak that you love to see and whatnot. But it's actually, this is a good first pick. I like the Ana first picks. You know,
how fast is this draft going? We flew through those bans in less than 20 seconds. The first pick on Ana, no wasted time there from Legacy. So a very strong support here. And being a support player yourself, how do you respond to this?
You know, number one, you're going to want to always keep her in mind, and you're going to want to take away a strong mage. So we'll take Kael'thas, for example, just to keep her in check. You know, if you want an Ana, you're going for that burst no matter what. And she's both a burst healer and works well with other mages. Take Mephisto, for example. And, you know, mostly you just want to keep her in check. You got to put constant pressure on her and her enemy team. Otherwise, she's just going to get way too comfortable.
So we can absolutely expect seeing that nano boost coming out from Ana, pairing it in with this Mephisto. But now we also see Blaze, and with the combustion, that's kind of an interesting nano target too, don't you think, Rek?
I actually do think so. He could be funny to put it on because he's got those crossfires, and if you don't already know, Nano Boost decreases the target's ability timers and or cooldowns. That's the word, and spell powers. It increases spell powers, so he can just kind of like constantly have those Qs and constant slows. It could be funny.
Maiev, the final ban from Goodbye Forever, already having two of their assassins trying to take away something that might counter them a little bit, especially that Greyman I think could be in trouble from a good Maiev player. But final ban here belongs to CPogX Fanclub. 5 seconds left on the clock, and got rid of Daddy Deathwing earlier. Now it's Daddy Diablo.
Yeah, two big scary boys. Actually, 3 big scary boys are banned from CPX Fanclub there. And then you've got the the other scary people on the right side from Goodbye Forever. So, I think these are pretty safe bans. I don't see anything too out of the ordinary in particular. So,
Ooh, I like the Sonya pick.
I
she's
do
great
too.
I think she's great up against a Blaze, but we don't know for sure if this Blaze is main tank or off lane yet. And then also,
my guess is main tank. That's just a guess.
I think that's my guess too. We do see a Nubrak chosen for Thragnar on the side of Goodbye Forever as we're awaiting the final 2 picks here from CPX Fanclub. It's going to be Genji and Uther. So double support here.
Well, there you go.
So does this change your opinion about the Blaze? Is this a main tank Uther? And,
it very well could
Blaze
be.
for the off lane?
I have seen Uther offlane before, and it actually works extremely well against, I think it's Falstad, if you want to run that on Cursed Hollow, I've heard Uther has a bizarre niche against Falstad in the solo lane, so that's kind of fun, but there is no Falstad here. I actually was kind of wondering if this isn't a Leap Sonya, because, like I mentioned earlier, you want to put constant pressure on Ana, because she has no escape. She has 0 mobility, especially if she's down in ADS mode. I can't imagine it would be, but, with a Greymane and a Nubarak, it's entirely possible.
Well, if it's me, there is only one heroic choice for Sonya. I only play Leap, and I only win. I think you're right. I think you got the Dark Flighting in Greymane, of course the Burrow Charging in a Nubarak. I don't think it's a horrible idea to think about that Leap. A couple squishy targets, notably that Ana and Mephisto, who, guess what? He's going to be popping that Shade of Mephisto, and then that's a very telegraphed ability that would be oh so juicy for Flava Flav if he wants to leap on in.
Sure, and then you have on the opposite end, though, you could get a Divine Storm from Uther if they mess it up or if he's not part of the target. He can just as easily shut it down. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a thought that came across my mind.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ReGen Invitational 3, our opening matchup here, and our first map is going to be Infernal Shrines. If you're new to this game, of course, here on Infernal Shrines, you need to know that you're fighting over an objective where there's going to be guardians. You got to kill 40 of them, and when you do, you summon down a gigantic Punisher that will push down the lane with you. And here we go into game number 1. Rek, I'm going to introduce this team on the left-hand side. We got the captain, Noah, up front playing Genji, Nintori running on in, he's on Uther, got Filth playing Mephisto, Legacy on Ana, and Deagle Dan playing the Blaze. Make some noise for the CPogX Fanclub.
And on the right side, your red team, it's going to be Goodbye Forever. Non-champion playing Greymane. Mustache Mill going to be playing Kel'Thas, Thundercats on Stukov, Thragnar on Anubarak, and Flava Flav on Sonya.
Flava Flav!
What was the old commercial with Flava Flav in that? I think it was a phone commercial. I don't remember.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a little bit older than you. I remember Flava Flav being all over, I think it was VH1 that his show was on.
I think so.
Yeah, I didn't watch it too much, but interesting feller, if I could say so myself.
Absolutely.
So early on, we see Sonya split up top all by herself, but we have 9 heroes here at mid, and there's 4 on the side of CPogX Fanclub, ready to do some damage here. Already a Nubrak, down to about 50% health, getting a bit of health from Stukov there in that bio kill switch. But in terms of rotations, Rek, and looking at the wave clear, I gotta say Goodbye Forever probably has the advantage just having this Kale Toss, but they keep taking damage like this, that might not be the case.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like CPogX Fanclub here just wants to get some damage out, whittle their enemy down as much as possible while these rotations are happening. And, you know, I think that's what you want to do generally if you just have the weaker wave clear. You know, you got to find some other way to get value in your soakage.
Well, up top, it is Sonya taking a bit of advantage over Blaze there. A good, healthy, sustain amount from that Whirlwind. And on the bottom side of the map, we do see Goodbye Forever picking up the first camp of the game. Now looking at Genji. And he'll be able to Swift Strike on out. But let's talk a bit about Genji, a hero who was so dominant in HGC back in 2018. And since then, really has fallen off the cliff. His win rate's down, like in Storm League, I think to around 42% or something like that I saw.
How the mighty have fallen.
It's kind of apparent, but in the hands of a team like CPogX Fanclub, does it make a difference? Will we see this hero shine on the shrine?
Only time will tell, Murda.
Exchanging health bars here up top. Of course, the sustain from both of these heroes pretty strong, so we're not expecting to see any kills there, and I think most of the fun will be happening in these rotations where it looks like Goodbye Forever maybe starting to take a lead. You see the XP just ever so slightly in their favor, and now getting onto this siege camp in the bottom lane means they reach level 5 first and have an advantage to push here with this camp.
Yeah, and there you go. I had a nice little push going on down bottom, and only Uther there to respond for now. But top camp, Bruiser camp, taken by CPogX. So, you know, they got a little bit of an advantage in top lane now.
And on the other side, Flava Flav leading the team over to their own Bruiser camp. Also going to try to match that pressure in the top lane before this Shrine is active. And here we go, our first objective fight of the map. Those Shrine Guardians have been summoned. First team to collect 40 will win. And off to an early start is Goodbye Forever.
Yeah, it looks like they want to just grab that early start. They know Genji's bottom lane, presumably soaking 7, but there's a whole lot going on here. Tori getting really low. He's got stunned silence underneath, and he's going to go down.
How good was that silence from Thundercats? First blood of the game belongs to the number 12 seed, Goodbye Forever, and with that kill, with Uther gone, this is looking like a very likely Punisher for Goodbye Forever.
Well, at this point, your CPX, I think that you can see this one. You just wait for this Punisher to go do his thing.
Yeah, Noah just working on the XP. There's level 7 picked up, but 40 Shrine Guardians have been killed. And here comes the first Punisher. It's a Mortar Punisher. You see those big fireballs shooting out of his head and now leaping over the wall onto Uther. In that silence once again, well played by Thundercats on that topside flank. That should be enough damage to get through this wall and both the turrets, but can they get this fort as well, Rek? I don't know if they have the damage in the tank, but Greymane, he's in Worgen form, and Non-Champion says maybe we do have this, guys.
Oh, I think so. A Nubarak is actually a pretty decent tank to have, but he might be going down, actually. He did use his burrow, and no, I lied. Stukov going to go ahead and use that bio switch to get him nice and healthy. Well, not fully healthy.
The quad bomb spread.
Oof.
Another great silence, though. I mean, Thundercats has hit at least 3 in a row that have been helping this team, so let's certainly be highlighting Thundercats right here. Look at this skin on Stukov. Looking pretty svelte, if I might say so myself, as Goodbye Forever working on their second siege camp here in this position of the game. And once again, slightly ahead of their opponents on the other side.
Okay, then.
Blaze in a bit of trouble up top, down below 50% health as Sonya continues to push in, working on the first of 2 of those turrets in the top lane. Bottom side, we see Nintori stranded on an island by himself. Second kill for Goodbye Forever. And that might open it up, as now you just have Ana on the front line. That ain't gonna do it. You need that Uther with you. First 4 of the game will fall momentarily here at mid.
Oof, there it goes.
So quarter level XP lead for Goodbye Forever. They're looking at the siege camp down low again, non-champion. Playing that Greymaine's been in charge of leading the team onto these camps and also helped contribute towards the kills. So I gotta say, I'm impressed by Goodbye Forever so far. I thought perhaps this might have been one of those matches here in the early rounds where you can see the apparent dominance that some of these Division-esque caliber teams are going to have over some of our participants coming from the Nexus Gaming series. But so far, so good for Goodbye Forever as they're getting through another fort wall. I think Sonya got through most of the top. She did, but she's in a 2v1 up against Blaze and Genji in the top. As the rest of her team is sieging down bottom, I think this has to favor Goodbye Forever once again.
Absolutely, but here come the level 10s for CPX Fanclub. This could be a turning point, I think. And there was a big cleanse on top of Mephisto. He's going to go ahead and land that Endurance of Hate, but can they finish off Okoye and Nubarak? No, just damage, not quite there. He's got all that spell armor from his Carapace.
It's Thundercats again. Brings out the big boy swipe, saves the day, and you talked about it during draft. We haven't talked about it yet in game. Look at Sonya's heroic choice. It will be the leap.
Will be leap. Look at that.
Camps again, bruiser camps on both sides. We are following along with Goodbye Forever, but on the opposite end, there is CPogX Fanclub working on their own. Our shrine, our second shrine of the game, will be in the top lane this time. And previewing, looks like it will be an Arcane Punisher for whoever wins it.
Alright then. Your Arcane Punisher, everybody's favorite.
Following along as this shrine is about to be activated by Noah. We have all 10 of our heroes here in the top lane, but I want to keep eyes on Flava Flav. That's the Sonya, that's the heroic pick with the leap. And if we get any sort of lead off here, I wouldn't be surprised to see Flava Flav just jump on in. Good stun, great follow-up the Jet Propulsion on Nubarak. First kill of the fight is in as the Cocoon maybe a bit late. The bunker dropped as well by Blaze, going to keep the rest of CPogX Fanclub up, and they might get a double kill here onto Sonya. Genji looking for it, but 28 health. Flava Flav will live, but I think they got to back out of here and give up this Punisher. Without their Nubarak, not too much they can do.
No, I think there's a little bit of a hasty engage there. The Nubarak and Sonya were pretty far up. The rest of the team wasn't quite there, and CPX Fanclub just went ahead and engaged first, so well done by them.
Himibo mentioning that there was a nanoed Uther in that fight. I must have missed it, but that sounds pretty exciting.
That actually does sound really fun. Those abilities take a long time to get out there, but this is a damage Uther, which it mostly is.
Oh, this is interesting. They just picked up double camps. They're not defending Punisher. They want to push down this mid keep.
Interesting. I don't hate that idea. That's a fun one. It is, you know, the Punisher is going into a fort first, so they have time to go ahead and siege up.
The Hearths are in from CPX Fanclub, but a little bit too late to save this wall. Now, can Goodbye Forever get out of here in time and maybe protect against that push in the top lane? Once again, a Nubarak in trouble. 100 health, gets another shield, a little bit of spell armor as well. Walking back into his death as the leap just a moment too late and stacked on top of that Cocoon. Deagle Dan, however, popping out. Legacy's dead on the backside, and I think Blaze could be in trouble too. Good deflects coming out from Noah, gonna get another kill. That's Kael'thas down as the bunker's deployed. Deagle Dan ready to get out, has a Jet Pro, lands it on Stukov, and that will be a triple kill for CPX Fanclub, and that one did not look good to start off. But they end up getting that Punisher. They get through the top fort. It's still pushing in the top lane. Got through the keep wall as well. And both those camps we were following, yeah, all they got was a keep wall. So, kind of even, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely an interesting idea. I think they just, Goodbye Forever just stayed a smidge too long. You know, the backs were coming out from CPX. So, you know, it was inevitable that they were going to get there in time.
Siege camp in the bottom lane for the first time belongs to the CPX Fanclub. And it's their opportunity to siege here, leaving Blaze in the top lane by himself. Here comes a 5-man rotation from Goodbye Forever. Or not. Sonya will be leaving. But that'll give them enough room to clear out this camp and start working on those level 16 talents. But Rek, we got to look at those XP bars. Much closer. A half-level lead right now for the CPX Fanclub. And level 16 is when a few of these heroes start to really turn it on. I think notably Genji's going to get a bit of a buff here. And I forget what Mephisto gets at 16, but why do I feel like it's something very important I'm not remembering?
You would know better than I would. I don't
dude, you would know better than I would. I played Mephisto probably to about level 5, got my gold, and was like, yeah, cool hero.
Listen, I think I did the same thing.
Listen, we are kindred spirits, Rek. Well, we're about to find out. Yes, it will be the static field when Lightning Nova's damage bonus reaches 30%. Enemy heroes within its radius take damage equal to 10% of their maximum health. Yikes.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of percent damage.
A lot of percent damage.
Sonya getting a clear at top and now going to perhaps work on that bruiser camp. No, going to get another wave up top. And here's the CPX Fanclub sealing away at camp. Stukov was thinking about swiping it. But didn't.
Oh, he did swipe it, but
The one swipe.
it was there.
I thought the swipes are 3 swipes. Or did I miss the first 2?
3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's 2. It's 2. It was the third swipe is really big. I think he was swiping the
oh,
terrain there.
okay, all right. I got you. A little confusion for me.
That's okay. At level 20, he can just do one big one, but 3 charges.
I got you. So a bit of a slow point in the game. Both teams just trying to maybe avoid fights for a moment until it gets onto this next shrine. But I say that, and here comes Goodbye Forever invading this bruiser camp. Nearby is Blaze. Hits 2 with the jet propulsion, but here comes Sonya. She's going to spin Endurance of Hate, hitting onto 3 targets. Our roots are enormous, and Kael'thas will fall. Double kill from that Dragon Blade from Genji. Make it 3 as Sonya falls as well. Stukov trying to escape, just got his swipes back up, but in chase is Noah. Quad kill already. Make it a full mega kill. Stukov! Oh, they're just trolling him. There he goes, all 5 down in favor of the CPX Fanclub, and just in time for this third objective of the game will be mid lane, Frozen Punisher for them. And top lane, they still have a camp pushing with a chance to steal away another one here. Do they send anyone over to it is the question. Looks like Noah might start it up. Nope.
Nope.
Not interested?
No,
Yep.
not really. They got some lane cleanup to do first before they start that.
I gotcha. So they're going to hold, or at least just leave the Mephisto in here by himself. Really no rush since their opponents are all dead. And that'll give Blaze opportunity to clear out this mid lane, then head on down to this bottom lane, clear that up as well. As the Frozen Punisher has been summoned. No wall here at mid. So this fort probably going to fall pretty quickly. Remember, Frozen Punisher will be able to deactivate these structures when those free circles go off. And that'll give them definitely a strong chance at getting through the first keep of the game. Top lane will be a bruiser camp pushing for Goodbye Forever as this happens. Let's follow the action. There's the leap. It's onto a Nubrak. Follow-up stun from Blaze. And just deleted is a noob. Bunkers played as the structures are shut down. And just like that, Rek, I think this could be first keep of the game. More roots. Flava Flav has to use the leap defensively to get out, and it still doesn't escape them. Noah dragon striking on a few targets. Here comes Mephisto trying to finish off Stukov. Genji gets the kill. There's a keep here in the bottom lane, but they don't seem to care. Kael'thas in trouble. Here comes Mephisto again, and Genji. Swift strike 1, 2, and 3. Noah cleaning it up. Game number 1 will be handed over to the number 5 seed CPogX Fanclub. On the back of that quad kill from Genji at the end, epic plays, epic win. GG. Whew. Rec, let's load on into this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series and Military and Veteran Gamers. 14-4 the final kill count in favor of CPX Fanclub. But Rec, I gotta say, I was very impressed by what I was mentioning could have been an overall underperforming Genji hero. Was played pretty excellently by Noah.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt about that one. You know, especially you got to keep in mind with the post-level 10s, that team composition just comes alive. So good on Goodbye Forever for capitalizing as much as possible early. And they had some interesting plays. I got to be honest. I got to give them credit. They did far better than I was anticipating. And I got to say, Thundercats on Stukov looked dangerous. You know, the silences were just about always there. And they really came in clutch for his team. So,
absolutely. Let's take a look at this talent screen before we move on out of this first map of the night. Rec, we have potentially just one more map remaining, but this is a best of 3 set. If you're Goodbye Forever and it's right now, what are you thinking about banning away after that first game?
I would say Uther. That character is just too strong, you know. He's a little too powerful for my taste. But that would be mine if you're going for a ban from that game specifically.
So while we have a moment here, we'll take a short break to look at our bracket. Of course, if you want to follow along this action, exclamation point bracket in chat. But here it is on your screen right now. And you can see we are with the number 5 seed and the number 12 seed here. Winner will be playing the winner of OSD and Team Happy Cloud, which we still don't have a time scheduled for that matchup yet. So stay tuned. And if you want to follow the action, this link on the challenge bracket is the #1 place to find out where all these matches will be taking place. I have a short little clip here to play from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. And we are back. Welcome, Rec. 29% already on our charity goal. If you guys want to be part of the fun and really the most important part of this event, supporting our charity, Military and Veteran Gamers. They're a not a non-profit charity. I almost said not-for-profit, but it's a non-profit charity supporting military veterans suffering PTSD and depression. They do a lot of work sending out care packages to individuals, so every dollar helps, especially in these trying times that everyone's dealing with. Very proud to be partnered with them and super excited. Already 29%, and we're only through one map. Incredible. Incredible.
Great. Perfect.
So the tournament will be taking place over the next couple of weeks, with our conclusion taking place live on April 18th. If you want to follow the challenger bracket on that day, the semifinals and finals will be taking place over on recent Twitch partner, just made Twitch partner this past week, Bahamut Gaming. He's got all the action for the challenger bracket. And on that Saturday, I will be hosting the invitational bracket semifinals and finals right here on twitch.tv/MurdaRG. Rec, I think your team's playing, huh? ReGen Phoenix, they're in that invitational bracket.
They are.
Are we gonna see any Recyclic in this tournament?
I think you will. I think you'll see me there, clowning around, doing everything wrong.
I think we just got our lobby from Noah. Let me make sure you get an invite in here as well.
Oh, I'll just right click.
Okay, just right click. Beautiful.
A new subscriber has
been
acquired.
Stop. Rec, 23 months as a subscriber here. Thank you, my dear friend. My dearest friend, I suppose. What a gentleman.
What a gentleman.
So I got my Sprite. It's not some new futuristic Sprite. It's a green screen, and the bottle's green.
Yeah, that's not Black Yoshi either. That's just this is a normal Yoshi.
It's normal Yoshi. Oh, and my shirt. It says ReGen, but now you can't even tell because the shirt's black and the text is black.
Whoops. Oh well.
Question in chat from Simply Heavy. Where can we see rosters? We're not tracking rosters for this event. It's a charity event. I said, come with the team that's invited. Do your best to bring those 5 players each time. If for whatever reason you can't, so be it.
A new subscriber has been acquired.
Majesty 007 hitting that sub button. Appreciate you as well. You guys are incredible. Showing me the love. I appreciate it. Those of you who are considering donating to military and veteran gamers, we appreciate you. If you want to find that donation link, you can find it on the bracket. Head to thechallenge.com. If you're like, where's the bracket? !bracket in chat. Or if you want to skip all that, it's mvgcharity.com/tip. And you can contribute to our goal. I'm here in lobby. Captains are ready. Rec, I know you're ready. I'm ready. Giving them the R.
I'm ready for this.
Game number 2 is going to be Braxis Holdout.
Ooh, this is a cheeky map. I personally like it. It's hard. I usually lose here, but it's actually, I don't hate it for that reason. I think it's really fun. It's usually very quick here too, especially back in the day. Oof.
Yeah, so when I used to play this, used to be my favorite map because I felt like I understood the meta. Right? You want heroes that are going to be online pre-level 10. If you have a hero that needs his or her heroic, or a hero that's not online till level 16 like a Zeratul, although you could make a Zeratul work, example, you want the stuff that's going to get you those early objective wins, because if you lose out on that, it is nearly impossible to overcome the snowball effect that can happen here. Once again, we see that Deathwing banned out, and we talked about who they're going to ban. It's not Uther. So far, it's just the Genji.
Hey, man, Genji has a pretty interesting spot on this map. He can pretty much rotate very quickly through the middle, and what's more, he can just deflect that boss damage right back at it at any time, which is not insignificant. So, hey, man, I don't mind that ban.
This was Genji was one of our go-to picks on this map. It was the Genji, it was the Gul'dan, and we take like a Muradin, because Muradin, just like Genji, can kind of get up and down those lanes pretty easily with the dwarf toss over the walls.
Yep.
Final ban of the top half. They gotta worry about the Zul. So strong in this meta, you just can't leave him up. Which means we're over to Noah and the CPX Fanclub. Their first pick will be a Junkrat.
All right, I don't hate that. I like that. I like that pick.
So he's able to kind of dump the damage in from a distance. He's able to help control the points with his traps and his mines. And he has a very strong case for the wave clear, especially if he gets level 10. He can just throw out a Riptire into a full Zerg wave and neutralize most of it. There's the healer pick. It's Ana, and a very strong mage for Braxis Holdout, as I mentioned, Gul'dan.
Well then, here we go. That's gonna be some nice wave clear, and the Ana taken away. I like that. I like that a lot. But there's the Muradin that you mentioned, and even Maiev can do kind of a similar thing there.
Ooh. I think we have a donation coming in. It's $20 from Gravesville.
Hey, look at that.
Oh my gosh, Gravesville, appreciate you, Daddy. If you want to follow the action, you can't skip out on Gravesville because he'll be casting some of these matches as well. Twitch.tv/Gravesville. Longtime friend of mine. Really appreciate you joining the cause here with us, as there is that Uther ban, Rec. Good ban for them. A very gooth ban.
Very goother.
And Johanna, who was banned out in game 1 by Goodbye Forever. A strong tank in the meta. And I think a good decision there for CPX Fanclub to take her out, because she's got the wave clear aspect, and this is Braxis Holdout. You want to kind of eliminate all the wave clear you can for your opponent. 4 seconds for the picks number 3 and 4. And it'll be Raynor and Garrosh.
Okay. I'm a little worried about the Garrosh, actually. He doesn't have a spectacular engage. He has an okay one, to be sure, but they need someone who can engage with him or for him. So I'm wondering who that could be. I suppose the Haunt at level 10, or Haunt? Am I making that up? Horrify? Horrify.
Horrify.
Level 10 from Gul'dan. That one. Yeah, not Haunt.
I think Haunt is a level 20 upgrade.
I think you're right. I always do that.
As the final 2 picks will be Chen for the solo lane, and support will be Rhaegar.
Yeah. I don't have too much to say about that. I think that makes sense. Rhaegar can lend into that wave clear, which most healers can't do. I think there's only really Rhaegar. I'll throw Auriel in there.
Yep. And Phoenix. I think this will be the offlane pick for Flava Flav, which is interesting. This is Brax's holdout. You think about the Planet Cracker. You normally don't see Planet Cracker, but here on Brax's holdout, when it can kill an entire Zerg wave by itself, maybe we do. And that also is going to lead a bit of credence to having this Phoenix in the offlane. If you are going with that Planet Cracker, he can be in any fight you want.
Just about, yeah.
So we've made it on in to our loading screen, at least here. And I'm interested what you guys in chat, who you think's going to win. So hashtag CPX or hashtag GF. Vote for whoever you want to see win this game number 2. Of course, if Goodbye Forever can win, we'll be heading into a conclusion in a game number 3. But if CPX Fanclub can win it here, that'll be it. And they'll be moving on to the quarterfinals of the ReGen Invitational 3 Challenger Bracket. Rek, what's your pick here for game 2?
You know, the first game was a little more surprising than I was anticipating. I'm going to go with CPX winning here. I like their draft significantly more, personally. There is a lot of damage, however, coming out from Goodbye Forever, but I don't know. I'm just worried about their endgame.
Well, let me introduce this team on the left. We got Noah up front playing the Maiev, got Filth on Murden. Legacy playing support, that's Rhaegar. Down in the bottom lane, we see Deagle Dan role swapping over to the Junkrat. And in the solo lane, it'll be Nintori on the Chen. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the CPogX Fanclub.
And on the right side, looking to say goodbye forever to their opponents in possibly Game 3, is going to be non-champion on Gul'dan, Mustache Mill on Raynor, Thragnar on Garrosh, Thundercats playing Ana, and Flava Flav playing Fen9 Phoenix.
Flava Flav! And I appreciate your shout out. I think I made up that nickname, Fen9.
You did, yeah. I did not get that from... I did not make that up. You got it.
You sure it wasn't Arrow who told you all these cool nicknames, Rick?
Oh, that Arrow? What a guy. What a gentleman.
A couple, I think, smart picks here at level 1 for Gul'dan and Raynor. It'll be Echoed Corruption and Exterminator, which are going to give them a tremendous amount of support. Oh, but Junkrat's found one over the wall. First blood coming at the 48-second mark. And look up top. It's the CPX Fanclub sieging through this top wall. They were looking for an exchange, but Junkrat just saved the day there and gave them a huge advantage. Now they're going to be able to walk over to the siege camp, steal away these fire bats, and what an early advantage. And this could really parlay into a huge early lead for the CPX Fanclub.
Oh, for sure. I think that's exactly what they were going for here, especially on a map like Braxis. You know, the early, like you said, early game is what's most important. Here comes a big rotation from Goodbye Forever, looking to aid their Phoenix.
I mean, that's already a wall down. That's already a turret down. On the point is Murden. Down bottom, Junkrat's nearby as well as Phoenix leaping onto Thundercats. Way too far forward is Ana. That'll be the second kill of the game. Now Garrosh taking a chunk of damage. Leaping in Chen, Mustache Mill, and... oh, gets the tap. Raynor's gonna live. Thragnar's gonna live. So no kills there on the back end of the fight, but still an advantage on the top side for CPX Fanclub, as Junkrat now on the bottom gonna have to deal with this Phoenix. And probably gonna need some help from his team.
Most likely.
Ooh,
Phoenix looking for something there, but no.
This is a risky warp. Really looking for it. Now the fan club's here. I don't know if they know that warp is down, but here comes Murden, storm bolting. And Flava Flav likely gonna fall here. Chompy chomp, Rhaegar getting the kill.
But not before a little bit of percentage, 32%. That's respectable.
32, I mean, that helps. Every bit helps here on Braxis.
Absolutely.
A bit curious though, because they haven't been using the Chen in the solo lane. I'm presuming because they don't like the matchup. Oh, whoa, Rainer in trouble. Mustache Mill popping his adrenaline rush, but is it enough to keep him alive? Yes, it is. Then Tori going to try to leap back in, now fighting over the point, and it will go over to the CPX fan club. Garrosh is here looking for the stun, doesn't get it. Junkrat coming from the top side, and now they have positioning, they have camps on the map, and both beacons are channeled on the blue side. Good toss, good escape though from Noah. In there with the laser beam is Flava Flav. Camp on the top side. Taking a long time here is Rhaegar and... is that Muradin, I guess? Yeah, Muradin. Long time, but they'll finally get it. Still holding on to top is Junkrat. On the bottom side, it's Noah trying to escape again and will once again get out.
Boy, these camps. This is a very blue-looking map, Murda. Gotta be honest.
Extremely blue, and look what they're sending them. They're like, we don't care about the bottom side. We're going to continue pushing top. You want to keep your Phoenix here, we're just going to harass them all day. Flava Flav in trouble, and a big wave pushing in. There's the pull from Maiev, and that could be a kill. Oh, the warp just in time. Does Muradin have it? Yes, he does.
Oh, no,
Fourth kill of the game. It's a one-level lead now. Down bottom, I don't think Goodbye Forever gets his fort down, but up top, it's already dead. And another camp nearby.
Oh boy, another camp. They're gonna go ahead and grab that top camp. That might be a keep wall, honestly. If they don't send more players up top side, that should just be a keep wall at the very least.
A few more percentage points there picked up by Nintori, as the rest of his team here in the top lane looking to continue pushing. They have this big bruiser camp. Here comes the siege camp as well, and it's still just Phoenix in defense, but he's doing a pretty good job. Got rid of all the minions, now just working on those mercs. Gonna get a little bit of help as we see the channel is complete for CPX Fan Club. Garrosh all by himself, there's no one nearby. One toss lands onto Maiev. Pops is indomitable, but now the body blocks are in. Does Maiev have a tether? Still nothing. Garrosh trying to slow it down, but nothing he can do. So here on Braxis Holdout, our objective, of course, is this giant Zerg wave that summons in. And it's a bigger wave here for the CPX Fan Club as they were able to reach 100%. And for Goodbye Forever, a smaller Zerg wave up top, already destroyed by just the minis.
Oh no. This could be spelling disaster for Goodbye Forever, as they are not quite able to get enough to kill that Maiev. She's gonna go ahead and just skedaddle.
It's a 2-level lead now, but still no level 10s for CPX Fan Club. If I'm Goodbye Forever, you gotta know you only have maybe 30 seconds to find a fight, and if you don't, it's gonna be a long time until there's any sort of advantage. But this is a confident play. We're even strength on the map, even talents, and CPX Fan Club gonna try to rip a boss.
I like it. Oh, they got Sledgehammer, my favorite talent possibly ever. To go ahead and help out with that. Oh, Anna sniffs it out, but way too late for that.
This is gonna hurt. There's another siege camp available. Maev's gonna start working on it. And Goodbye Forever just kind of surfing around the map on their clouds, looking for anything they can find. But now without their level 10s, yeah, they just can't even do it if they want to right now. So likely going to be the first keep of the game. Boss pushing top lane here for CPX Fan Club. Already got through the wall. Only one turret still standing there. And the boss is here, channeling its first bit of minigun damage out onto that turret. And Maiev also going to start looking for it. Here they come, barreling in, find the Gul'dan. There's the Bloodlust as well. And Garrosh will likely fall, but first to go down is Gul'dan. Ragnar almost dead, 200 health, still surviving. And does go down. Noah got pretty low, but he's back and safe now with the help of Rhaegar nearby. Means first keep of the game is down. And potentially opportunity to end the game here.
I think so. This might just be it. Jimmy's gonna get away there from on the left, but does that help? We're about to find out.
Dax Hole in chat saying this may be a 10-minute game. It may be even shorter than that, Dax. We don't know yet, as CPX Fanclub gets through the shielding on the core, now down to 90%. Dentori's still hopping around with that Chen, as well as Legacy trying to keep everyone up with his Rhaegar. He gets slept, though, and now the Barrel gonna have to come out just to support his team. Legacy with 80 health getting out. Dentori with the clutch plays with that Barrel.
Ooh. Wait a minute, Flavor Flav looking for a big slow onto Muradin. Gets it. This might actually be a dead Muradin. This is a counter kill, I think.
Ooh. Yeah. First kill of the game for Goodbye Forever, and it is an active beacon phase, but already on top and bottom is the CPX Fanclub. Thragnar is going to try to move on with this Garrosh, and will be able to. Nearby is the Junkrat and the Chen. Good mind there from Junkrat to slow down the channel. Down bottom is Flava Flav picking up that for the red team, so channel started. 5 seconds till Muradin's back on the map, and this is maybe the first camp we've seen of the game for Goodbye Forever.
Oh. Camp complete for Goodbye Forever. That's gonna be 2. And that'll be a nice little push outward, but looks like CPX Fanclub wants to get that pressure going, get them off that bottom area.
Yeah, they're going to start walking down here. Looks like Noah's coming on the backside flank, going to check a vent and see no one's there as Gotfilth moves on to the point. Will actually be Legacy standing on it. Stun going to lead off there onto Garrosh. Now they find the bottom side where Anna's at. Yeah, that Warden's Cage didn't quite keep Raynor inside, but there's the Planet Cracker. It is perfectly timed by Phoenix, but no kills. There's a Riptire, does get Gul'dan down. Garrosh pretty low, with Chen being a big nuisance. 200 health left, and Thragnar will fall. Now Mustache Mill in trouble as well, and Raynor will also cease to live. On the top side, Junkrat trying to throw himself over the wall, but not able to get in range of Thundercats. Gotfilth gonna miss as well. Does Noah see it? He does. Gotfilth gonna try to finish it off. No! Muradin will fall. But here comes the Zergwave. It's top lane, and Wreck the Keep is already down.
Oh dear.
They do have this Gul'dan very strong at clearing out this wave, but Phoenix is down, and without a Planet Cracker, when he gets... Actually, no, he already is back. He was down earlier. Good stun there by Thragnar, but can't finish off Noah quite yet. 75 health, will survive. Flava Flav in trouble as well. Rhaegar looking for that finish, doesn't get it. Zergwave on the core, but shielding still standing as the kill comes out onto Phoenix. Now it's just Garrosh and Raynor, the only two still up. Might be the end right here, as CPX Fanclub still has the Zergwave pushing in. Riptire being thrown out by Junkrat. GG, game number 2, and the set belong to the CPogX Fanclub. Well, let's swap on over to our match summary once again, brought to you by the Nexus Gaming Series and Military and Veteran Gamers Charity. What a set we had, a quick one, especially here on Brax's holdout, but once again, I think our MVP is going to be Noah.
I think it's safe to say.
Game 1, the Genji was on point. I think had 8 kills there. Here in Game 2, leading the team with that hero damage. But you got to credit Legacy. 7 kills of his own on the Rhaegar, getting those finishes. Maybe a bit of kill stealing was going on there. But overall, what a set for the CPX Fanclub, and maybe a tournament favorite here, as they will advance to play the winner of OSD and THC. Rec, anything stand out here in game number 2 that you want to chat about?
Ooh, I gotta just mention how important those camps are. You know, in the plat and below level plays, you really don't see them until after the first objective phase. And, you know, CPX FC was all over those all game. You know, they were running around grabbing those camps, getting that sweet macro in. You know, a lot of people think, oh, you know, it's a very micro map. Well, yes, but, you know, those camps, you evidently, they hurt a lot. You know, you can get a lot of pressure going on, and they just felt so comfortable with them out there. So
Rex,
that's something I want to.
Are you on the tournament Discord, or do I have to get you an invite?
I'm definitely in there. I just
okay.
Really
well, I'm gonna meet you over there. We're gonna have an interview with Noah.
Okay, great.
Hey, Noah! Congratulations on your round 1 victory. Moving on to the quarterfinals. How's the team feel right now?
Pretty good. We had a couple of fun games, so that's always great.
Yeah, always fun when you get to go to Brax's Holdout. I gotta say thank you for that one.
Yeah, I forgot that map existed. I don't know that we'll be returning there.
But let's talk about game number 1. Of course, it was their map selection, Infernal Shrines, but it seemed like you guys had a game plan. You had the Ana Mephisto and Genji, who I was talking about, fell out of the entire existence of this game, but you made it look very strong. Let's talk about the draft.
Yeah, I think that draft, as you saw in the game, it can get pretty punished early game. The thing about it, though, is you have to kind of gauge your opponents on whether or not you think they can do a lot with that early game advantage. And despite getting the shrine and getting a kill on the shrine early game, we were still even in levels up to level 10 and beyond. So I think we pretty accurately assessed that we could get away with a more greedy composition like the one we had.
Absolutely. So in game number 1, you guys appeared to be kind of falling behind at the start. You lost the first Punisher, you lost a couple of forts early as well. You really started to turn around at level 10. Talk me through why that might have changed for you guys.
Yeah, so the comp we drafted has really low, so they have really low wave clear, and then some pretty hard power spikes at level 10 and level 16 with common just OP combinations, I guess. Ana, Nano Boost plus Mephisto, Dragon Blade plus Divine Shield. Just things that are really, really hard to handle in 5v5s that have kind of fallen out of the meta because they are punishable early game. But like I said, we didn't have those pre-10, so we did get punished. But once we got those, it was kind of smooth sailing. And I don't think we lost a fight after 10. It just, once you get a invulnerable Genji on your backline swiping, it's really, really hard to do anything.
Yeah, there was a couple of times where I was like, oh, that'll be 2 kills at the same second for Genji. Definitely a fun matchup. Dragon Blade, one of my favorite talents in the game. So it ended up being a dominant second half of that first map, and you guys held that momentum rolling through Brax's Holdout. You really led from start to finish, and Rek and I were talking. You guys had that map painted blue the entire time. How important are those camps on Brax's Holdout, and how much are you willing to put on the line for them?
The camps on Braxis are really... the thing is, the siege camps are really strong, and the bruiser camps are not that strong. The siege camps being like the goats from Alterac, which are notorious for being taken on the spot every time. So I think that the biggest problem for them on Braxis was they drafted a comp that couldn't really move very well. Common pitfall you'll see on Braxis is people trying to set themselves up in a lane and just kind of be there for the entire game. But whenever they 1-2 Gul'dan Ana, there's no composition we can draft where we can sit in a lane and just out button click them at that point. So we need to try to pull them here and there, and I think we did a pretty good job of that by taking their camps and sieging the opposite lane from where the Gul'dan was at.
Yeah, I want to talk and credit your player Deagle Dan right at the start of Brax's Holdout. Finds that concussion mine, knocking Raynor over the wall, which really started the entire thing because it allowed you guys to stay in that top lane for much longer. You got through that top fort wall almost immediately, and then right after it, it's the first beacon phase, and you just parlay it all the way through the end of the game. So credit all the way from the start. Deagle Dan, way to go, my friend.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. I don't know what... I'll have to see the replay on that one, but... You're definitely not supposed to die in the 4v1 lane.
It looked good. Rek, anything you want to chat about here with Noah before we move on to some shout-outs?
Yeah, so just to expand on what we were talking about with game 1, with you guys were kind of not taking a beating, like you said, that there was only 1 kill on the shrine, and it really, you kept everything relatively the same despite losing that Punisher. But was there any point during that first 9 levels where you're kind of like, oh damn, these people actually might be able to beat this?
They definitely had an impressive CC chain a couple times out of vision that we weren't expecting. Typically whenever you see compositions like the one that they had, where they have a Nubrak to lead CC with follow-up from Kael'Thas Stukov. A lot of people will die in the early game, or at least be threatened kills, just to that CC chain. And so whenever they started to pull that off at a reasonable level, that was definitely something where it was like, okay, we have to, we can't sit around, we can't be AFK in the brain, we have to actually treat this like a real game and not get picked like that, because I think they got a couple early kills off of a similar, like the kill on the Shrine was just somebody got CC chained and then Stukov silenced. There was a kill in mid lane, the same thing happened. So once we, I guess, woke up from the first game of the day jitters, then we didn't die to that anymore, and we got back in it.
Absolutely. And I want to ask about the boss play in the second game. It was very, I don't want to say bold, because it worked out pretty nicely. They had really no suspicions of it until it was already done. What made that like such a, like, why was that the play, is what I'm trying to
You're right. That was so greedy and stupid. Like, I don't know how we did that. That was so bad. We were calling to get level 10 and do it, and someone on our team that will be unnamed is, I think we can just hit the boss. I don't know, guys. So we hit the boss and didn't get punished, so that meant it wasn't wrong.
Hey, honesty is a virtue, so we appreciate that, Noah. Next week, you guys move on to the quarterfinals. You're going to be playing the winner of OSD and Team Happy Cloud. I know you're familiar with OSD a bit from Division S, but any thoughts on the matchup and who you maybe prefer to play?
I don't really have any particular thoughts on it. Whoever wins that match is the team who deserves to win it. I don't think there's going to be any situation where the person coming out of that match is going to be preferable to play against than the person who lost.
Gotcha.
We're just going to take each match week by week, and we're ready to play CTV.
Well, you done did CPX proud tonight, Noah. You guys look super strong and definitely appear to me to be one of maybe the top 4 teams, maybe top 2 teams in this event. But a lot of more Heroes of the Storm action to come over the next couple weeks. Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for participating and your team being here. But before I let you go, Noah, time for some shout-outs.
Yeah, I just want to shout out to my boy CPX. Thanks for letting us use your likeness in all our media. It's great. Shout out to all the in-house players for beating me up and making me actually play the game seriously. And shout out to Leon Black. He needs to get in there and play some in-house games if he's going to talk shit.
There you go. Well, congrats, right, man. Looking forward to see you guys next week in the quarterfinals. And thanks for being here, man.
Thanks.
All right, Rec, I'm going to give you a quick call once again.
Okay. That sounds good.
And then I'll hit this button. Boop. And there's Rec.
Hold on a second.
Let the light in.
Is it too bright? That might be a little too bright.
No, it's great. You're just like, you got a shadow on half your face. You look epic.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of epic, very huge donation at the start of the stream from KS. Appreciate that. You're incredible. And then another $20 coming in from Gravesville. $120 on our first stream of the event. You guys are incredible. We're trying to raise $500, and we got about a quarter of it here already. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. Rec, anything before we sign off today?
I'm hungry. I'm going to go make dinner. I'm going to go have something to do. But before I go, goodbye, everyone. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. Murda probably did, I would hope. And I can't wait to see you guys for some more games. Yeah. I
definitely had a good time. I will be back every day this week, I think. So make sure you're following here on twitch.tv/MurdaRG. If you're like, who's casting? I don't know where to find these matches. ! Bracket in chat right now. Bookmark those. All the matches, all the streams, it's all on there, all the times, who's streaming it, everything. So you don't have to ask questions, you already know. But make sure you're following here. Thank you so much for participating as a viewer today. Looking forward to tomorrow. And congratulations to the CPogX Fanclub for their 2-0 victory over Goodbye Forever.